Okay, we just got our quantum fuel systems replacement fuel pump. I was traveling and we were on an adventure ride in Utah, and my fuel pump just gave out. I realized that because on the dashboard it says it's a fuel pump failure. This is what it looks like. Quantum fuel system. It is a replacement kit. They return mail, which is good. So opening it up, let's see what's inside. Okay, so we open it up. It's got your filters, right? And the necessary washers that needs to be replaced. And of course, the fuel pump itself, which we will replace. Anything else in there? Nothing else is in there. So let me just put this up here and show you what I've done. So I've already pulled the gas tank out of my bike. You don't need to pull it for the 1090 because you have access to the fuel pump. So this is the top view of the tank. All the fuel is here on the side, two sides. The fuel pump is actually on the left side right here, left side of the bike. Okay, so again, that's the top view. We go to the bottom view, right? This goes under the bike. And then let me show you where it is. We stand this up, and there it is. There are 4 Torx wrench on that, which I already removed. And keep in mind that orientation, it's like 3 dots. The 3 circles should align with each other, and this one goes directly to the electronics. This one goes to supply the fuel to the injection. So we just, after pulling out the screw, you will have to pry it out just very gently. As we pull this out, we can see the old fuel pump. That is your damaged fuel pump, which we will replace. Okay, so let's start the disassembly. So these are the new parts that we'll put aside, and as we go along, that's the fuel pump itself. That's the OEM fuel pump. This is one of the filters. There's another filter up here. So first things first, what we will need to do is, number 1 is to pry open this one and this one. Just pry that open, and it should easily come out. So it might fight you a bit, as it is fighting me right now, but a little patience will be very good. So this one is usually stuck in here. This rubber is usually here. You need to take it out anyway. So when you pull that out, it's still going to be there, and you just have to pull that out. Okay, so these are the old parts. Now, my next step is, we'll deal with this later. We'll have to pry this out. Actually, let's do this now, since we're holding the top part. So what you need to do is, there's a small indent right there. Just open it gently, take your time, and then gently push this up. Again, do it on the other side. Gently push it up. There you go. So I heard that that detent was loosened. So let's pull that out some more. There you go. One more time. Okay, almost there. There you go. So when you pull that out, there will be a spring in there. We do not need to remove that. Just keep it right there. This is what we will replace, right? So I believe we'll replace this O-ring over here, as well as I'm pulling out the first filter. There's an O-ring over there. Just keep that in mind. So these are old parts. This is the top part. So let's just organize it this way. Okay. And then as we remember, this one will go in there. So that'll go under there. Now, let's go to the bottom half of the system. Okay. So now, 3 screws, 1 on the side to remove this electronics. Remember that red goes onto the left side, the black goes onto the right side. You'll see there's a positive and a negative. Positive for red, negative for black. So we just pull this out, pull the other one. Okay, after pulling that out, we will then need to remove this screw, which is a Phillips screwdriver, and let us screw it out. Okay. Screw it out. This whole portion goes away. Remember, do not lose that little washer right there. So what I usually do is I just put it back in its place to make sure that we know that it goes there. If you will, this is the pipe. You just pull that out. You can pull it out. There's the 2 bushings there. Just keep that there. Prevent it from going down. Next one is I'm going to remove this first Phillips screw that goes on top. Okay, it's loose. Second screw on the other side, same thing. Remove that. Now, let's remove this piece by piece. So number 1, remove this side. Got that screw. Number 2, remove this side. There you go. Then, hold this whole thing. The very first one is this one. This one goes to the very top because this will have to hold our upper portion of the fuel pump. I will put it up here. The second one is the one that's under. Pull that out. Okay, so we'll put it there for now. Now, as you can see, these 2 brass spacers right there, these are, I believe those are washers. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's where those screws line up and they keep this very stable. So now let's see if we can pull up the fuel pump itself. There you go. So I believe this is the engine with the filter. That's how it looks like. Again, you could remove that, but we don't need to because we are replacing the whole thing. This is the brand new one, which we will assemble later on. So now, as you can see in there is this metal crescent washer. I'm not sure if that's a washer, but we just put it there. And then we pull up this casing. So remember these two. Let's just pull this on first. Okay, 1 and 2. Pulled out. I'm pulling out the last portion. Put it up here, right? There are 2 bushings there. 2 O-rings. And this O-ring is right there. Now, let's see what we have for the new one. So these are your old items right here. And then let's open up the new one. Okay, first and foremost is what we will use again are these ones, right? This one, this 2. Okay, I don't believe we're gonna use this later, but let's see what we have first. Now, first thing that I will do is to